Hi Taurus, welcome to Lit Intuition Tarot, Twin Flames in Recovery. My name is Kay. I'm sorry if that's loud. So any information that you'd like about this channel is in the description box below, which is where you could also book a personal reading on my website if you'd like, or order a birth chart with a little avatar. They're cute. Having said that, I've changed the focus the last couple weeks to twin flame connections, and this morning I did you guys Yang reading, which focused more on the active light masculine polarity, and then right now I'm doing the Yin, which focuses more on the feminine, shadowy, or passive side. Regardless of gender, though, in either case, we all have a mixture of both masculine and feminine qualities within us. So if you find that this isn't your reading, check out the one from this morning. Final shuffle here. And a note on cross-watching: while I never intend for these readings to be for the purpose of spying on one's twin flame, I don't judge. All I would ask for is that you use your discretion. I will be using the term you throughout this reading to apply to the Taurus Yin collective, so reverse roles as necessary. I'm going to set those aside. Now I've pre-shuffled the Fallen Angel Oracle deck before I started recording. I'm going to split that now and take 2 cards as an overall theme for the reading, or a message. We have Orobus, 58, Honesty. 58 comes to a 13, or 4. And then we also have, okay, so just now my brain doesn't always do this, but it went along the train of, so 58, 8 plus 5 equals 13, which is the Death card, but then 1 plus 3 equals 4, which is the Emperor card, and so Scorpio and Aries energy, which equals a Tower. So I just wanted to point that out. And then the next card we have is 49, which interestingly enough is also a 13. It says Aureus, Inspiration. 44 might also be significant. And you get the messages from the Oracle book here. Starting off with 58, we have Orobus, element air. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but I don't know. So, planet Jupiter. Resist any temptation to achieve your desires by devious means. They will only backfire. Tower, like I said, kind of. I was picking up that vibe, but I'll continue. It says, Orobus's totem beast is the noble horse. Orobus, or Orobus too, is noble by nature, generously sharing his great knowledge of mystical things with humans through dreams and inspirations. He is a champion of honesty in all dealings, and delights in exposing lies and false promises. When you get this card, you need to examine your conscience to be sure you are not misleading others any more than you would mind being misled by them. Beware of guilty secrets coming to light. Okay. And then 49 says, Aureus, also known as Aureax, element water, planet moon, brings to mind Cancerian energy. It says, strive for harmony with your fellows and listen to your instinct. Orias's totem beast is the lion. He rides a horse and carries a staff with 2 serpents twined around it. This is the Caduceus, the staff of Mercury or Hermes, the spokesman of the gods in ancient Greece and Rome. Orias, or I don't know, is a patron of astrology and other forms of divination. He brings enlightenment and shows you how to live in harmony with those around you. Often, life's complications are beyond logical solutions, and then it is time to trust your intuition and feeling. I like that card. Okay, well, I'm going to move those up here and clear that deck off the table, and then I'll lay out the tarot. So y'all saw me shuffle these on camera. I'm going to go ahead and split this black tarot deck as well. There we go. So, first card out we have is the Ace of Swords. Then the Nine of Cups. The Tower. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, by the way, my nails are horrible. I know nobody cares, but I realize this. Okay, so we got the Tower, which, you know, I kind of picked up a little bit. And the energy, but I'm not trying to be like, oh, look how psychic I am or anything. It's just that I just thought that was cool. Okay, so then Five of Spheres. Uh-oh, is y'all gonna get all crazy like Gemini's did? Then Seven of Wands. The Star. The Knight of Swords. Damn, go easy on this one. Taurus. No, I'll tell you why I said that in a moment. And finally, the Knight of Wands. Ooh, alright. So, Taurus. The first card here is Spirit's message to you if you identify more as the runner. If you're familiar with Twin Flame, the dynamic and the way that it tends to go, you'll have heard of the whole runner-chaser thing. And if you, hey, Kane! Oh great, my cat just jumped in the cabinet. I hope he doesn't start throwing dishes out. Well, not throwing, but you know what I mean. If he does, I'll have to interrupt this reading. But anyway, if you identify as the runner, so you're not maybe comfortable with deep emotions or intimacy in a connection, or you find yourself ghosting people, that kind of energy, Spirit is telling you that you can't run from the truth. So I just giggled because it's pretty blunt. But I don't even know if this is directly about the twin flame connection itself or about the truth in some other area of your life. But it's like absolute, like this is something that's there and you can continue to run, but you know what I'm saying? Wherever you go, there you are. That's what I'm hearing. The next card is, you know, if you identify more as a chaser. So as opposed to the runner who would have more of what is known as like a avoidant attachment style, as a chaser you would have more of probably like an anxious attachment style. So you can feel insecure if this person doesn't pay attention to you. You can get triggered easily with jealousy, like if they pay attention to someone else, or you know, you're always the one to initiate communication. Even when you know that you shouldn't because you fear chasing them away further, that type of energy, if you identify more with that, your message from Spirit is that if you took that energy that you have put into trying to make things work with your twin into your own happiness and self-care based on what you need as an individual, then you'll be closer to where you need to be. Like instead of chasing this energy, your twin flame, or whatever the case may be, I think it probably is since this is a twin flame reading, you know, and by the way, don't take any offense to any of these things or think they're personal. I do not judge at all. I don't know you from Adam and you don't know me. Who cares what I think? I'm just telling you what the cards say, Taurus. So in this case, take whatever energy that you're expending on chasing things or trying to make something work and focus it on making yourself better and happy. And you know, with the Nine of Cups, it is about wish fulfillment, but if the twin is your wish, then it has to be focused on how you would feel, say you were alone on an island, or like if you had never met your twin, like what gives you inner peace and contentment, tranquility. I don't see, no, that's too passive of a word. I think you get my drift, okay? But then we were looking at the Tower. It's what actually draws the two of you together. And I'm going to clarify that. I've pre-shuffled this Light Sears Pocket Edition Tarot deck. Spirit, please show me 3 cards or less for, okay. 2 cards. We have the Seven of Wands, which is Leo energy. and the Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Tower is that one or the other of you expected the other one to like let you back in if you had something to offer, and this person has their boundaries up. So this is the Tower that keeps the two of you connecting. It's like a very push and pull kind of energy. So one of you might do something to offend or harm the other or hurt the other. I'm not sure if either one of you really even remembers where this argument or this battle began, but someone did something to the other that felt shocking or catastrophic, some kind of betrayal, something that tore down either their the foundation of their connection, the two of y'all's connection, or something about the other person. Just something that, the other person understandably went on guards, put up walls around them, and, the person who committed the offense probably struggles for a while over whether or not it was really their fault and, what the other person was. But then there's like another kind of inner tower when the person realizes like that how much they were to blame, and this happens to both of you. So it's like you're both equally willing to put up boundaries when necessary, but you're also both kind of equally willing to approach the other person if you realize that you still have some kind of small thing to contribute to the connection that's based on something solid and, not trying to manipulate or whatever, with the Page of Pentacles there. The Five of Pentacles here is where I said something about how the Gemini yin reading was kind of twisted, and I had to pause here. I'm going to clarify this because the Five of Pentacles, it's your energy, Taurus, specifically the first decan. And so it's a feeling of abandonment and overall of lack. And this is supposed to be the card that talks to me about like what really stands out as positive in your connection. What's great about the two of you together. And what I'm taking from it, I'm going to clarify, like I said, but that this is a common wound that you share, is this fear of like abandonment and being left out in the cold. And so even though it's very triggering and it can cause these towers to happen over and over in these cycles, it causes you to, since you're reflecting that off of each other, that feeling of lack, it causes you to have to go within in order to find, like, you kind of realize, I was saying wherever you go, there you are. Well, especially if you're like homeless or something and you have no support, or you feel left out in the cold by the person that you care about the most, there's nowhere to go but inward. So even if you're at a Five of Pentacles and you're feeling this total sense of lack and being out in the cold, there's a light within the church, in the traditional Rider-Waite depiction. You can go within to wherever you commune with the Most High, and you can start to heal from there. So if you trigger each other's wounds, I can see how that might not seem that great, but I think it is leading to like a mutual healing and understanding. Let me just see if I can get a couple cards on it from Spirit. I've got the Star here, Major Arcana for Aquarius energy. Wow, yeah. And then I've got the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer energy. So the sweetest, most nurturing, kindest queen. It's like, it's healing and in love. You're able to, so instead of this making you bitter, because you would think after going through so many towers, you'd be all calloused and have metal plates and everything and be real toughened up, but it's like, it's like that phrase I saw on Facebook, and it's, I don't know, it comes from somewhere originally, but it's like, the wound is the place where the light enters, I think. That's kind of the vibe this is giving me. So, through being triggered into this immediate feeling of abandonment, like the two of you go within and find self-love and start to heal from that experience. My cat, I have to grab really quickly. Excuse me, Taurus. You know better. You know better. He's like, bitch, I'm a cat. I don't speak English. I swear he does, though. Okay. Taurus, I apologize for the interruption. We'll be done soon. But looking at the Seven of Wands here, what makes your connection complicated? Well, we've already seen some of what makes it freaking complicated, right? But it's that same Seven of Wands here that took part in this Tower cycle that y'all seem to have. So it's the fact that both of you at times can really put up barriers that can make it more difficult to connect. The next card is the Star, so it's funny that the Seven of Wands and the Star, Seven of Wands and the Star, going back to what draws you to one another. It's like, this is actually, though, in this place in the spread, it talks about how your twin flame is healing you. And with the Star, it's kind of redundant. It's like, well, they heal you by healing you. I mean, no, it's major arcana Aquarius energy, so it's, they lead you to divine healing. So this connection may have caused, for instance, if you didn't know anything about twin flames, and until meeting this person, learning about that journey, it might have led you to different forms of spirituality that may have increased your knowledge, and, you were able to heal yourself through that. Because lots of times, fear just comes from ignorance, and so if you clear up that ignorance, then the fear dissipates, and, there can be a real sense of joy and clarity. Cain agrees. With the Knight of Swords, how you heal your twin, I was saying, oh, geez, Taurus, go easy on them, because you've got the Ace of Swords there for, if you're the runner, it's like you're running from the truth, but then here, the way that you help to heal your twin, apparently, is by giving them the truth, period. So, I can see that leading to Towers, too. For instance, whatever the initial wound here that was caused from one partner to the other, perhaps, let's say it was cheating, for instance. It's not that you would go to this person and say, oh, yeah, I was just hanging out with my homeboys, whatever. No, you would go to this person and say, I just slept with your best friend, or whatever. I'm not saying you did that. I'm just saying, as an example, there's, no holds barred. Is that a phrase? I don't even know what the fuck that means. And it's coming out of my mouth. So, what I'm trying to say is, you have actually, although you have cut them in some ways, with recklessly telling the truth, this has healed this person in that way that, they can take that now. They have a thicker skin. But it's not in the sense that, oh, you're abusing this person or deliberately trying to maliciously harm them in some way. I would never suggest anybody even give a shit about their twin flame union at all. If there's actual abuse involved, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, then that's a different topic for a different reading. But what I'm saying is that, the truth may seem hurtful or harmful at first. But, if it's just said in a blunt way, even if it's tactless, and there's not a bunch of added, unnecessary insults in it, then it can be very healing. It makes somebody wake up to the reality of the situation and not live in a fantasy world. So they can see you that way, Taurus, with your bluntness. And then finally, for the energy between the two of you when you're together, the Knight of Wands. I like this. So when you're actually connecting on the 3D level, there is a playful, flirtatious, passionate energy. The two of you seem like, it seems like you always find new things to explore about each other constantly. One or both of you might have some fire in your chart, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. It can also be exciting in the sense that, not only are you guys having all these constant clashes and drama, but there can be an in and out, an inconsistent sort of energy from the Knight of Wands. Again, it's not malicious. These are the two fastest moving knights in the deck. So when you're together, it might move like from sitting there saying hello, how are you, to 5 minutes later you're in the bedroom or you're having an argument. So, it can be very exciting, like I said, and at the same time chaotic. And I guess there's pros and cons to everything. But that's what Spirit's saying currently about that. I wanted to see if I wanted to get anything else on any of these, but this seems to be pretty straightforward from this point on here. So, Taurus, I'm going to pull 2 cards from the pre-shuffled Twin Flame Oracle deck, and then I will end the reading. We have creativity. inspiration, productivity, creation. Bring out the greatness within. Okay. And I'm picking up like sacral chakra energy from that card. So with that whole Knight of Wands vibe, you know, if you guys get together, just kind of just play, create, you know, have fun. Then the second card is Runner. It says escape from emotion and confusion, on the run. So, okay. Taurus, if you like the reading, please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe, tap the notification bell and the all button. I will see you guys again soon. Have a great rest of your night.